All right, welcome to our spring break summative. This is our lesson objective that carries us through all the way to spring break. So we're going to start this tomorrow in class, which would be Friday, the 17th, and we're going to work on this for the remainder of the semester until the spring break comes. The plan is to validate, or I should just say, build a simulation model that is useful for our goals of building the magnet board that's going to come later on. A lot of this is going to be familiar to you. We've done this in class in haphazard fashion. Not everybody has completed every portion of it, but now we've got a very controlled and straightforward lessons to get you all the way to the end. So by the end of this, you're going to have a simulation model, and we're going to cover all of these four components. You're actually going to have probably four different simulation models all in one project. The first goal is going to be to create a permanent magnet, and this is just going to take you from the very ground up, building everything from scratch inside Maxwell. Once we have that, we're going to move on to stage two, which is going to be using the test data that we collected in class to improve the accuracy of the model. We called that material tuning, was the technique that we used. So we'll go over the details of that. On segment three, you guys are going to simulate some other configurations. We also have test data that we gathered for a couple of magnets stacked together, calculating distances and forces from 1 all the way to 5 stacks. That's what I mean by configurations. You guys are going to test some of those with your tuned simulation model that you picked up from elements 1 and 2. That's what we call a model validation, if we can verify some of those test cases. And finally, we're going to end on kind of a challenge problem. Task 4 here is we're going to use the simulation model to predict a very specific case that we worked out with some algebra and physics and some trigonometry in class. So let's get right to it.